Good evening, how are we? In today's video we are staying in the Mercure Hotel in Glasgow city centre. Tonight is Stephen's Christmas party night with his work and we checked into one of the closest hotels and he's off enjoying himself while I enjoy the hotel and let's see what's going on around Glasgow. But first of all I'm going to let you see a quick tour of the room to let you see what a standard room looks like at the Mercure Hotel. Now this isn't sponsored, we paid for this ourselves and believe it or not we're actually back here next week so we'll get to see a comparison on a different room. Right in front of you is the bathroom. On the left hand side here is a full length mirror, but right in front is the bathroom. Now one thing I will say about this hotel is it has been here for a long time. I remember being at this hotel about 15 years ago when it was under a different brand. So this hotel is older, but with most hotels you'll usually accept old as long as it's clean. So when we come into the bathroom, we've got the toilet right in front of us, tissues above that. To the left of that is the sink with the glasses and a liquid soap on the wall. So an example of what I was saying is that the hotel's older is things like this. The grouting's maybe slightly discoloured, but it's clean, so that's really the best we can hope for. Shower head does come off if that helps you. Sometimes it's handy for people with children. Toiletries, and then up here we have towels. Directly opposite the bathroom is a place for hanging clothes and some suitcase storage. I've actually done a wee bit of Christmas shopping, so that's in there. And this is the safe down here. Now we chose not to use the safe and I'll show you why. And I don't know if you can see it, is that the side of it's all cracked and broken. So while I think it might just be the display and I don't think it would interfere with the actual operation of the safe, we don't have anything to put in it anyway, but the instructions for use are on the front of it. So again, this is just something else that lets you see the age of the hotel. It doesn't really affect the room, but it just shows you that it's slightly tired in places, but not something that we would be complaining about. Now we checked into this room a few hours ago when Stephen got ready for his Christmas night out, so we have used this room. But as you came out of the bathroom, so for your point of reference, that's the main door into the room. I'm currently standing at the door at the bathroom and this is the main bedroom area. So this is a double room. For UK terms, if anybody's interested, because I know that differs around the world, this is a double room with one double bed in it, which as you can see I've been lying on when Stephen was getting ready. Seems quite comfortable. Bedside we have just a standard telephone and a light switch, and again because this is an older style hotel it doesn't have charging points or plugs at the side of the bed. If I back up, we've got my bag there in the bin, TV, not massive TV but big enough for what this room needs, and drawer underneath with a hairdryer in it. I think there's just one drawer on this cabinet, but there is a storage space underneath that for handbags or shoes or anything. If we go back up next to the TV, we've got a substantial sized mirror if you're doing your hair or makeup in here, and then tea and coffee making facilities. Again, we've already used this. But it came with, you know, coffees, teas, sugars, no biscuits or anything because it's not a luxury hotel. This is just a standard hotel. The plug socket here does have two USB chargers in it, which is good because there's not actually any other sockets. And then a lamp. And if I turn round to the other side of the bed, again, bedside lamp on the wall. This side has the double switch for controlling the lights in the room, and then a small bed stand, but again with no charging points on it. Now, so as I said at the beginning, this hotel is Glasgow city centre. It's based in Ingram Street, which is just behind George Square, which we're going to head out to in a minute. but it's one of the busiest areas in Glasgow. So right next door to here is a club called the Corinthian. So I don't know if you can hear behind me, we've closed the curtains here, but this is a really busy street, and it never occurred to me when we booked the room or checked in to ask for a quiet room. So one of the things that we're going to monitor tonight is just how noisy this gets overnight. So when you open the curtains, it's supposed to have double glazing, but it's very outdated double glazing. So there's a double glass panel here in the front, and then the curtain, the net curtain, is behind it. So I've opened the inside glass panel just slightly to let you see. You can't pull this back, so I'm just going to move this under it. And this, as you can hopefully see, if I move this up, is an extremely busy road. So there's double lane of traffic there, both coming into Glasgow and out of Glasgow. There's also a row of parked cars, and there's more traffic on this side of the road, or sorry, there's more foot traffic on this side of the road than there is on the other side of the road, and that's just because of where people are heading. The building opposite does have some kind of higher end shops, so for example that's Hugo Boss over there, and then Ralph Lauren here, but the properties above it are flats, and I'm having to be very careful because I've just realised that directly across from me I can see into somebody's living room. So just one thing about this room as well, the curtains are really thick, so they should leave out most of the light, but they're not very long, so they only come kind of just below the window but above the radiator. So I appreciate that's probably to let the heat into the room, but there will be light come through that in the morning. Another thing I have noticed though is that the curtains don't go to the very end of the wall, and I'll show you. So as you can see here, this is as far as the curtains go over, and they don't quite go fully to the wall. Now there's a velcro strip here, which means previously there's been curtains that have velcroed right down there, but those ones don't. So as I say, Stephen's away for his Christmas night out tonight. One of, I think, 3 he's been to so far. So while he's out and about enjoying himself, I have been out and about in Glasgow, which is why my face is really red, because it's currently in the minus figures here at the moment. It is so cold. So this morning had a low of -5. It's currently saying it's about 1, but feels about -1. It feels a lot colder than that. So it's really, really cold in Glasgow just now. So we've turned the heating on, so when I go out and come back, the place should hopefully be a bit warmer. While Stephen's away, I am going to hit up George Square, which is literally just around the corner from here, because the Glasgow Christmas Market's on, and all the Christmas lights have already been lit up, the Christmas tree's in place, and it's looking gorgeous. So I'm going to take you with me and we'll see what we can see, and I'll maybe get a wee bit of food, a wee bit of drink. Also maybe want to stop in somewhere and see if I can get some beverages to bring back to the room, or get something at the bar down the stairs for later on. So there's something here when Stephen comes back. Right, let's go.